Today's episode is going to be a little different, guys. My grandfather passed away last week. And even though he and I were not exceedingly close in the last few years of his life, we were close when I was a kid. He took me camping and fishing often. He taught me a lot of things about the outdoors, and he influenced me as a fisherman and an outdoorsman heavily, which subsequently led to the love that and passion that created this channel. So I do owe a lot to him for things like that, because I'm very thankful for the person I am, and I'm happy with who I am, and I love the time that I spend outdoors, and I'm thankful that he opened that gate for me. So for today's episode, guys, I think we're going to dedicate this one to the memory of my pawpaw. So like I said in the intro, guys, my grandfather heavily instilled a love of the outdoors in me, which really influenced this channel, and he really continues to influence this channel because due to his passing, I've inherited all of this tackle, all of the rods behind me. They were all his. My uncle and I divided them up between the two of us, and he let me have most of it. So in today's video, we're going to go through a lot of the stuff that I have inherited. I'm going to pick out some stuff to give away to a fisherman in need around my local area. I feel like because I don't really need this amount of tackle, I should give something back to the outdoors community because it's what my grandfather would have wanted. And I think we're also going to go ahead and take one of his old rod and reel setups, maybe two of them. We're going to take them out and do some fishing with them, see if we can catch a bass on some old school equipment, and yeah, just take his stuff out for one more little ride for him. I think he would have really enjoyed that. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into everything that he left for me. First and foremost being the most important item, his Pelican Bass Raider that he recently purchased. He purchased this in June of this year, right after I bought his kayak from him. I purchased my current kayak from him, and he used that money plus extra money to go and purchase this. And he was only ever able to take it out twice before he passed, and so I now am the proud owner of a almost brand new Pelican Bass Raider that was left to me by my grandfather, and I'm very thankful for that. Thank you. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and start getting into some of the tackle and see what all we have here, because I haven't had a chance to take a look at all of it. I wanted to kind of wait for you guys so that you guys could see it all with me. Let's get into it, guys. Alrighty, guys, I opened everything up and my coffee table is just sprawling with baits. And it's all relatively organized. Let's take a look at some of the more interesting things. Off the top here, he's got this case that's just nothing but trick sticks or Cincos, and then got the setup to make the wacky rig, so that's really cool. And then the man just loved his lipless crankbaits. Those rattle traps were his absolute favorite. This one looks like it's got a bunch of topwater stuff in there, and look at this, guys. This is an old school topwater frog. Like,
The material, I can't even describe this. It's like a squishy, foamy... Wow. Look at the tails on that. That thing is crazy looking. We got more crankbaits. There's an entire thing of like crappie plastics and jigs. So I can have more crappie stuff now. There's some old jerk baits. In here we have a bunch of soft plastics. And from what my uncle told me, my grandfather caught his personal best on this exact soft plastic, like these exact kind, years and years ago when they first kind of introduced these craws. This is what, from what I understand, I think this is what craws, like when craws first came out, I think this is what all the molds looked like. So it's like an more old school, elongated kind of look. So I definitely want to try and fish with these and see if I can't get a fish on one of them. I got some here that are a little bigger too, way bigger profile. This one here is filled with nothing but flukes, some more swim bait style stuff, some inline spinners. Here's a spinner bait box. It's got a bunch of buzz baits in there as well. Then we got some curly tail worms and all the setup stuff basically for like a Texas rig or a Carolina rig, hooks and weights and all that. Alrighty guys, here are all the rod and reel combos that he left behind, just kind of lined up. My grandfather always had a thing for these darn 5-foot 6-inch pistol grip rods. Old school type of stuff. There's nothing super special about these, nothing to write home about, but I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that I think I'm going to use. Right here we have a couple of Abu Garcia Ambassador reels, and these are the Swedish made ones. I double checked that. This one right here is the 5000, this is a 5500. This one is also an Abu Garcia made in Sweden, but I don't know which model this one is. I will have to look into that and see if I can get that figured out. I think I'm going to hold on to these reels and set them up on some 7 or 8 foot bait casting catfish rods to use for catfishing. And right here guys, he has a Zebco Pro Staff, a 6-foot 6-inch medium rod, which I've been meaning to get one of those for crankbaiting. It even has a cork handle, which is my preferred handle. And he's got a Okuma Safina Pro on here as the reel. So I definitely think I'm going to hold on to this and use this combo as well. The rest of them I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Maybe I'll give them away, maybe I'll sell them. But yeah. Another item that my mom just dropped off yesterday was this awesome fly fishing vest setup. And I mean, these pockets were all filled with, like, you know, a flybrary that had a bunch of flies in it, leaders, all kinds of stuff, and this G Loomis fly fishing reel. So I really wanted to try and get into fly fishing later this winter, so this will definitely help get me started. I just got to find a rod to go with it. So once again, Papa, thank you very much for leaving me this stuff. You are continuing to influence my outdoor journey every day.
2 days later.
Alrighty guys, so it took a couple of days, but I finally got all of my grandfather's stuff organized and put in with my stuff and condensed it down to where I like it. So this right here is a full amalgamation of some of the stuff I already had, plus the stuff of my grandfather's I wanted to keep. I do want to comment that there's a few empty containers here for safekeeping in case I need them later. And then this pile over here is stuff that I know I won't use, but that is still perfectly usable tackle that I want to give away to a few people. I'm going to go over the stuff here in just a moment. Once again, I'm just going to kind of find people that live around me, local anglers that I see out while I'm fishing, and try to give this stuff away in order to give back to my local fishing community, because I feel like that's what my grandfather would have wanted. So let's take a quick look at some of the stuff that I plan on giving away. Alright, so first off, I planned on giving these 2 boxes away together as a set. I have some like EWG hooks, some offset hooks, some weights over in here with some Senkos and some jigs and some jerk baits, and I think this would pair well with the craws and the lizards and curly tail worms I have over here. So you have a full Texas rig and jig kind of setup, so which makes these two boxes like perfect for each other. So that's one little setup I'm gonna give away. And these next 3 boxes are basically just different combinations of like rattle traps, top waters, crankbaits. This one's got some spinner baits in it, but I don't believe the other 2 do. Like I said, you can see here some small crankbaits. Here's a topwater spook, a little topwater soft, hollow body. Here's a deep diving crank. I mean, just kind of like an amalgamation of stuff. And here's the last little box. Got a spook, a few little prop baits, and then this has got some little soft plastic frogs with some hooks set up to go. So yeah, I'm planning on giving all of these little kits away over the next couple of days. I'm not sure if I'll get all of the giveaways in this video. It just depends on how many people I run into on the water that would be willing to take these free setups. Alrighty guys, out of all of the rod and reel combos, these 2 right here are the ones that stick out to me the most. This one, like I said, it's right up my alley. It's the type of thing that I've been wanting and looking for, so the fact that I inherited it from him is very nice. And this one right here is right up his alley. This would have been my papa's bread and butter. Old school 5'6" pistol grip. It's got like this like alligator kind of pattern on there. It's got like a metal handle on the back, you can see. And then the old Abu Garcia Ambassador 5000. So I think what I'm going to do is take these 2 combos out today, do a little pond hopping and fishing, and see if I can't get on a bass or 2 with his stuff in memory to him for today's video. Alrighty guys, we're at a new spot that a buddy of mine told me about, and we're going to be fishing with Grandpa's pistol grip with the Abu Garcia setup and an old school craw on a Texas rig. My buddy says that he just fishes for them from this 20-foot drop, so I'm gonna start up here, and I don't know, maybe I'll traverse over there and make my way down. We'll see, but no. Oh, there's definitely fish down there, guys. Maybe it would be worth it to trek my way down there. Ton of spider webs down here, guys. Tells me people don't venture down here too often, I bet. Coming down here in shorts was probably ill-advised. Alright guys, it took some work, but we made it down here. Whew. Let's see if we can't get a fish out of it. I feel like there's a bluegill or something pecking at it right now. There we go. Oh, I had something, yeah, guys. There we go. There's fish. Whoa, guys. Okay, I didn't expect that, but there's a bullhead catfish on. Well, alrighty, guys. Got him right through the nose, though. Well, guys, I caught a fish on the pistol grip rod and reel combo. So, why don't we try something different? Alrighty, guys, here's another one of Grandpa's combos, the Safina Pro with the Zebco Pro Staff. And I've just got a weightless Texas rigged Cinco on here. Maybe this will slay them out here. Oh, I think that's a bass. Nope, not a bass. Green sunfish. It's cool we're catching fish, guys, but all right, buddy, whatever. Well, guys, we're getting bit like every cast here, but I think most of it is sunfish. Oh, there's a bass, I think. Here, that are a really aggressive sunfish. Yep, a really aggressive sunfish.
Alrighty guys, so this video actually took me a few days to finish making, between organizing all of his gear, and then I had to go out and go fishing a few different times with his gear to try and get a fish on the stuff that he has. So I do want to say that it was totally worth it to put in the time and to make this video, and I'm glad that I did, because it really gave me the chance to get some closure and say goodbye to my grandfather in the way that I felt was the right way to do it. And yeah, if you guys stuck around to watch all this video, I appreciate you so much for doing so. Please like and comment, and yeah, subscribe please, and hit that bell notification so you can get notified every time I upload a video. And I've got plenty more videos coming down the line. I got some fun adventures coming up, so I can't wait to show you guys everything along the way. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Jabroni Joe out.